Khabib had said on our show that after fighting Conor McGregor, that he was going to, basically the only fights he was really interested in was fighting GSP. He only wanted legacy fights after that. He had 2 fights in mind, and then 2 fights in mind were fighting GSP and fighting whoever was the 175-pound champion. You guys need to go back and watch our podcast with him and Islam and Zubaya. We had the 3 of them on at the same time. Great show, a lot of knowledge there, and it's actually everything that pretty much he had talked about doing, he's trying to do now. So even though he's been suspended, even though his time away, this whole year away or whatever, he's been 9 months or whatever he's been suspended for, and he's looking to set his legacy fights, and he's already said what he's going to do is he's going to fight. He fought Conor, beat Conor. Truly doesn't think that Conor deserves a rematch. He's not going to fight Conor again. When everyone seems to understand, when you guys finally figured out that money is not an issue, they don't care, that they're looking for things that will make them the best or make them to be let on to be the greatest. That's all they care about. And the reason being is that he's only looking to fight GSP. There's a lot of talk that GSP is going to announce his retirement tomorrow. Something's going on. I haven't talked to Khabib and I haven't talked to Javier about any back and forth talks, but obviously that was the fight that when you go back and listen to our podcast with the 3 of them, Khabib had said that was the fight that he was looking for. It'll be kind of disturbing to see that the fight will never happen. I would love to see GSP get down to 155 pounds to become the first and probably the only ever 3 weight class champion. I don't think it's something that I don't know if anybody else could do that. I mean, unless they come up with a weight class at 165 and they bump to 175, I could start seeing it happen from then on. I could start seeing them, fighters coming in and fighting at, 155, 165, 175 and being able to fight all 3 weight classes. I could start seeing that. That would be something that I could see leading up to that fight. So, but if you go back and listen to our podcast with Khabib on there, and we've had him on twice now, but the first one was before he was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson. The second one was before he was supposed to fight, I believe, Conor. And that talking conversation was supposed to happen leading up to it. And then he was going to fight him. And the fight basically it fell through. Now they're looking to fight. Now he's looking to fight GSP. After GSP, whoever the champion is at 170 pounds is the guy he wants to potentially fight next. And I think that's going to happen as well. And the reason why he's going to move out of the way for that fight is so he can fight. So then Islam can start to take over for the 155-pound weight class. So if Islam ends up doing well in his next fight, which apparently, from what I understand, he's fighting a top 10 guy. He will fight that person and eventually get himself into the top 10. Once he gets himself into the top 10, that will be enough time for Khabib to fight GSP. And Islam will fight probably one more time after that, potentially someone in the top 5, if all things go according to plan. And then if he beats the top 5 guy, he's in that mix of like one fight away from a title shot or basically next in line for a title shot, depending on how impressive his victory is over someone. His performance is not impressed by your performance. Yeah, so that being said, I think that's what's going to happen. From what I understand, GSP is about to announce his retirement tomorrow, is from what the reports are showing or saying. It says, let me see, I can't read that. What does it say?
So this is talking about Khabib's call-out. It says, Georges St Pierre acknowledges Khabib's call-out, promises answers tomorrow. Ariel Helwani tweeted, just spoke to GSP. He didn't want to go into too much details. I asked about Team Khabib's message and he said, I saw what Khabib wrote and I appreciate it very much. Unfortunately, these decisions are not up to us. I will address everything at the press conference tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently there's reports saying that he's going to retire, but from what I understand that there was a lot of issues with the UFC and a lot of them not wanting GSP to potentially win and leave. And then with Khabib, them not really having the control of Khabib as say as much as they have the control of someone else. They don't really have control of Conor now, but they were able to kind of shape like when you're gonna fight, who you're gonna fight, and kind of use their power of being the UFC to control the situation. And they have not been able to do that with Khabib yet, and they haven't been able to do that with GSP either. So they did it for a long time with him, and then now that he realizes how much of a star he is, and now he realizes all the things that he's still able to generate money and live his lifestyle and do all the things he wants to do without having to fight or work for them, I think that he's probably made his decision. Maybe the weight cut was too much. Maybe he's, because I did see pictures. Can you pull up pictures of him?
GSP?
Yeah, recent pictures of him shows that he's lost quite a bit of weight, and I do believe that was potentially like something in his mind. There was saying that people were saying that he had lost quite a bit of weight trying to get down to the 155-pound weight class. He looks a lot skinnier in that picture there, the one where he's in front of the Eiffel Tower. It doesn't look that much smaller there, though.
No, this one's from January 31st.
Yeah, January 31st. That's not too far away, though. January, February, March.
It's like 10,
Yeah.
15 days.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, but he does look like he's leaned out a lot in comparison to, he doesn't look that big there.
January 30th, same time.
Yeah, same time. Huh, interesting. I mean, look at those calves. Jesus, good Lord. He's an animal, dude. Yeah, I mean, for me, this guy, he's my GOAT as of right now. Like, he's my GOAT. A lot of people talk about him not being the GOAT. I have no idea why. Never tested positive. You know, I feel like you can't be in that conversation of the GOAT conversation if you have ever tested positive for anything. And you know, he's beat the who's who, and he's beat them in times where it was all relevant. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that exclusive content of Sammy and the Punk. Also, hit these videos for more exclusive content and hit the subscribe button on the bottom corner.